Hey, it's Chris, and in today's video, we're gonna look at my new DJI Osmo Mobile 3. So I'm an owner and frequent user of the Osmo Mobile 2. I have loved the fact that it takes all the shake out of my cell phone videos. There were a few design decisions that they made that I was not a fan of, and I'm really kind of curious if the Osmo Mobile 3 has fixed those. Looking at the Osmo, the first thing you will notice is that it now folds up. This makes it really awesome for traveling. That was the issue I had with the Osmo Mobile 2, is whenever I wasn't actively using it, it was just a pain to carry because it wanted to kind of jiggle all over the place. Well, now whenever you fold up the Osmo Mobile 3, it's a nice secure package to carry around. Starting on the back of the gimbal, you'll now see there is a trigger. So this trigger does a few things. First, if you hold the trigger in, it will lock the gimbal and allow you to do kind of some cool maneuvers. On the side of the gimbal, we have a T and a W. These are for zooming in and out. If we look at the front of the gimbal, on the left, there is the directional pad. This is used to move the gimbal. On the top right is the record button or the photo button if you're in photo mode. Speaking of modes, down below it is the mode select and the on-off button. So whenever you're using the mode select, it's going to swap from video to photo mode. On the side of the gimbal, we have a USB port. So this USB port will let you use this as an external battery pack and plug into your phone to get more battery life. And we have the USB-C port, which is used to charge it. So whenever you go to put your phone into the gimbal, the most important thing to remember is the DJI logo needs to be facing up. Then you'll put your phone in and then slide it back and forth to balance it. And it honestly takes about 2 seconds to slide it left or right to get it balanced. The Osmo Mobile 3 will work with the camera apps on your iPhone or your Android phone, but you're not gonna get a lot of the cool features that can be offered with this gimbal. My personal favorite is motion time lapse. I think it looks really cool to have a time lapse where the gimbal is going to be moving and adding that extra bit of motion to your time lapse. There's obviously standard time lapse and there's hyperlapse, which is where you're going to walk and you're going to be moving through the environment, not on a tripod, and it's going to be doing a time lapse. One really cool feature of the Mimo app is stories. If you're someone like me who's not very experienced with doing different types of moves and pans and all those kind of cool things that will spruce up your videos, the stories section of the Mimo app will do those for you. So it'll have you film 1 to 3 or 4 second segments. And in these segments, it's going to automatically move and tilt and do stuff with the gimbal to create these really cool transitions. Here's one I did of my wife riding our Peloton bike. The only negative is that you have to film these in sequence and leave the app open. So if you're trying to do a video that lasts over the course of the whole day, then it's not going to work. It's really meant to be used in like a 5-minute little scenario there where you film a few sequences and then post them. The DJI app also supports gestures and tracking. I've tried those and I just can't get them to work, and they're not really a feature that I would necessarily use. You can also tap and start tracking, so as you move, it'll track you in the scene. And again, not something I would necessarily use. If I was videotaping something that was moving, instead I would probably move the gimbal myself to keep it in frame. One issue with the redesign of the Osmo Mobile and the fact that now that arm is off to the right means you've lost the ability to hold your gimbal like a flashlight. Holding it this way has been one of my favorite ways to shoot stuff. I've liked the ability to get down low and then slowly raise the gimbal up to kind of reveal what's happening. You could still do that, but now it's significantly harder. Instead, you're going to have to hold the gimbal off to the side of your phone. It's not very natural. It's much harder to get those low angles, and I'm not a fan of that, but I'm willing to make that sacrifice simply for the fact that now I have access to the bottom of my phone and it's no longer blocked, and I can use that port and that microphone that is on the bottom of my iPhone XS is not blocked. Enough talking inside. Let's go outside and see how well the Osmo Mobile 3 can smooth out my videos. Yard, I'm gonna walk like I normally would, not trying to be smooth. I'm just walking along like I would on, you know, family vacation or something. So I'm hand holding this right hand, walking like I normally would, trying to be smooth. The phone can do some of this. Image stabilization's gotten better on phones. So next up, we're going to do a running shot. So this is me just lightly jogging across my yard. Now we'll do running handheld. I want to kind of demo how smooth and what it looks like to try to track something. So I'm going to push this down and try to just follow it along. Again, there's a sport mode which I'm not using. This is just the standard mode. There's tracking. Do it now. I have a tripod on the bottom of this, so I'm going to kind of run across again. See how all this stabilizes. It's very wobbly. And that's using the tripod on the bottom. So who is the Osmo Mobile 3 for? Well, I think it's for someone like me who shoots a ton of videos on a smartphone. And I like that ability to get everything nice and smooth and get rid of that shake. It's really for those type of people. If you want to take your cell phone videos from to the next level, then that's really what the Osmo Mobile 3 is for. You really can't beat it. And that is the DJI Osmo Mobile 3, which I think is a great choice for those who are trying to increase the quality of their smartphone videos. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you want to see more videos like this, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you have questions or comments about the DJI Osmo Mobile 3, hit me up down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.